Hello everyone and welcome to another News Coolum video. I'm here in Coalinga off of Interstate 5, charging in my Bolt EV at about 43 kilowatts right now at the new ChargePoint site that went in just off of Interstate 5. For reference, this is about 25 miles north of Kettleman City where Tesla put in their large supercharger site. The location of this site is pretty close to the midway point between the Bay Area and Los Angeles. So it's more or less halfway. And what this means is Interstate 5 is at this point open for long range electric vehicles, sort of. And the reason I say sort of is northbound, you're going to be able to leave Los Angeles and make it here pretty easily. I typically get to Santa Clarita with about 85 to 90% battery, and that's still enough to get from Santa Clarita to Selma, which is pretty similar in distance to Coalinga in terms of being north of Los Angeles. And that means that basically, if you're leaving Santa Clarita with 85 to 90% battery in the Bolt EV, you should be able to make it to this charger going basic freeway speeds. You're not going to be able to overdo it and go 85 or 90 miles an hour like I see some people doing it, but you can make it. Obviously, weather conditions will depend on whether you can or not. Get it? Whether you can. They'll impact your range as well. So driving speeds, weather, all sorts of things. But if you're just generally driving like a normal person, you should be able to make it. That means that for some of you, you might need to stop in Santa Clarita and charge up to 85 or 90%, which sort of sucks, but it does still mean that you can now take the entire route without leaving Interstate 5. You could still get off the freeway and go up Highway 99, that freeway instead, to charge in Bakersfield and then cut back over. But at that point, you might as well stay on Highway 99 because it's going to be just as fast as coming back early to Interstate 5. And there's a lot more coverage and a lot more chargers along that route. Now, the reason I say sort of in terms of Interstate 5 being open between San Francisco and Los Angeles is southbound is still going to be an issue. What's going to have to happen is if you're going southbound, you are going to have to head over to Bakersfield before driving up and over the Tehachapi. So there is an issue there. But otherwise, yeah, you can make the journey. You can go basically the entire time up and down Interstate 5 and make it just fine. Now, the fact that no one saw this coming really kind of confirms something for me in terms of the West Coast Electric Highway, as ChargePoint's calling it. I think they're making some chargers under the radar. Now, there is a site in Stockton. It's almost identical configuration outside of a Target just off of Interstate 5. It's been physically done for months now, and it's still not open. So if that was due to the permitting or if that was due to the site inspections, whatever the reason was, that site in Stockton is still not open. Now, it's possible that this site was also built and constructed and reviewed and permitted and approved in less time than the Stockton site, but it's also possible that this site took just as long and we just didn't know that ChargePoint was doing it. I think there are probably a number of sites right now along Interstate 5 that ChargePoint is about to open. I would be on the lookout for ChargePoint stations to be coming online along Interstate 5. I think they have at least two other sites that I know of that are a similar configuration, and they should be coming up soon. Now, here are some things that I like and dislike about this already. One, three chargers, great. It gives you some options. It's near restaurants and services, a lot of the types of services that you would want as an electric vehicle driver making the route. Again, that's great. Also, though, these are only 50 kilowatt chargers. So these are going to be slower chargers. If you're taking this route, I would only stop here if you're going to be, eating a meal or whatever you're going to be doing. I wouldn't rely on these chargers as your primary stopping point if you're just planning on a quick top up and heading out. There will be Electrify America chargers going online along this route. And if you're just planning on a 15 to 20-minute stop, those would be better chargers for you. And then again, one of the other big questions that I have is in terms of ChargePoint reliability. I was borderline in terms of my confidence in arriving here with such a low state of charge because I know ChargePoint has been having issues, but I did see another Bolt EV owner check in, have a successful charge according to PlugShare. I'm going to check in myself, make sure people know this site is open and available. And, it's ChargePoint. If they can keep these sites up and their maintenance up and they're running, then, I think these are going to be great stops for everybody. Also, I didn't verify the pricing, but I believe they're charging 10 cents a minute and I think 25 cents per kilowatt hour. This might actually be a bit more expensive too than using EVgo or some of the other charging networks. So that will be something to consider. But all in all, I think this is great. Like I said, it's a little far north. We'd really want another charger, probably about 100 miles south of here. As it is, this is going to facilitate long distance travel. And if you're a Bolt EV owner, or if you're chomping at the bit for a Kona Electric, Nero EV, Leaf Plus, this is well within your reach, leaving Los Angeles, heading north to San Francisco. And, whenever we get another charger online in Interstate 5 heading southbound, this will also allow you to take Interstate 5 basically both north and south for your trips. Let me know what you think about this charging station. Are you planning on using Interstate 5 for your travel? Have you used these chargers before? If you have, what was your experience with them? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And thank you for watching.